Hey everyone, it's Travis here. Hope everybody's had a great week. Headed into the weekend. I am Travis and I have lost more than 100 pounds and come off all prescription medications, glory to God, and have been a small part of tens of thousands of other lives who are doing the same thing. And for that, we all bless the name of the Lord at all times. So this week, hope you didn't waste it. Heart DM sees the day. Life is short. Let's do our best. Do our best. We'll feel better if we do our best. One day at a time. If I think about doing my best every day for the rest of the year, that's kind of daunting. It's kind of daunting. But in fact, if I do my best today, don't worry about tomorrow. If I do my best today, try to have that perfect day, odds are I'll feel better tomorrow and feel like doing it one more time. That's all we have to do. Is find a successful pattern of action and duplicate that successful pattern of action. We want to welcome everybody today. We've got 3 new partners. We want to thank all of our partners. We want to thank Brenda Evans, Stacy Brown, and Tiani Frazier, who are our new partners. Thank y'all so much. Hope y'all enjoyed the partner class yesterday. If you missed the partner class, about 24 hours later, they do upload it into the website in the partner dashboard so that all the partners have access to these deeper dives into nutrition. All right, so enjoy. Weight loss for the week, 483 pounds, self-reported by our members. No fast track badges earned yesterday. It seems like the more I harp on it, the less people try to account. What do y'all think that is? If you do we have some folks, if you tell me to do something, I'm not doing it? Do I have some people like that here? It's okay. I would say probably most people are that way. If you tell them to do it, they're not going to do it. So I'm not going to tell you to earn your fast track badge, and I'm not going to tell you to journal. In fact, do not earn your fast track badge. Do not earn it, and do not journal. Don't do it. Maybe if I do. You see, here's the thing. If the people that earn their fast track badge, we have all this data. 20 years of this, we got some amazing data. We know what works. We know that if people earn their fast track badge and they journal, they lose a lot of weight. Okay, if they do that consistently, make it part of their lifestyle. And I tell people to do it every day, unless people are doing it. So don't do it. Don't do it. All right. Moving on. We've got Q&A time here. We're going to answer questions Monday through Friday at 10:30 a.m. We have a Shibboleth jam session. This is our jam session. Jam it on the one. Jam it on the one. We're going to jam it out here for a few minutes before we go into the weekend. Answer your questions. Every reasonable person here should be able to get their question answered and get back to moving forward. So let's do that today. Let's make that our goal. Linda says, I can never reach the fast track. I'm not sure I understand. Is Joni with me? I'm not sure I understand. I'm sorry. Reach the fast track. Can somebody help? I lost it. I don't know where it went. Joni, if you'll. Linda Powell can't teach fast track. I'm still not understanding. I'm hard-headed. I'm going to let Joni help Linda. All right. Joni, can you help Linda, please? I'm going to start answering questions. Let's make sure that we get your program personalized for you today. It'll be much easier for me and you if you'll eventually earn that fast track badge, though. We've got questions. Appreciate y'all jumping right in here and getting those questions out to me. Mary, how do I mark a 24-hour fast? I just decided one day to just do it. So it's no special food or anything, just didn't eat for 24 hours and I wasn't hungry. Great job. Fasting should be a part of everybody's wellness protocol. In fact, fasting is spoken about in the Bible almost more than anything else. I mean, it's power comes by way of prayer and fasting, both physically, emotionally, spiritually. You are denying yourself, and when you decrease, the Holy Spirit can increase in your life. Discipline increases in your life. Great job. You simply mark a 24, Tiger 24. That's all you got to do. In your drop-down box list, in the journal, you'll see all the various types of days that we can have depending on our state of mind and goals. You'll see Tiger 24. That's the one you mark and then save it. That's all you got to do. Karen, I missed the last meeting. I had to put my dog down. I'm sorry. Is this video, all the videos are saved? I'll ask Tammy or Joni to point you in the right direction since you don't know how to navigate the website yet. So it's in your video library. Takes us about 24 hours. We record every session. It takes us about 24 hours to get that downloaded from Zoom and then uploaded into the website. So it's all there in the video library. Sharon, when cooking soup or spaghetti, I use 96% lean hamburger. Is it better to use chicken or turkey? Beef is better in my opinion. Ground beef is better than ground turkey or ground chicken, in my humble opinion. I have them all. I prefer the taste of ground beef. I prefer the amino acid profile of ground beef. It's easier to find 96% lean turkey or chicken. But when you can find 96% lean ground beef, that's the way to go. My Publix has it. I order it from Laura's Lean online. I keep a freezer full of it. It's one of my favorite go-tos, lean ground beef, 96% lean ground beef. Lisa, Travis, I wanted to thank you so much for the partner classes and Shibboleth. I've learned so much from you. I feel like finally someone has answered all the things we need to know and opened my eyes. Thank you for saving your people. I can never tell you how much well, that means the world to me. Thank you, Lisa. God bless you. Appreciate you being a part of our mission. And it is a mission to us. And thank you so much. That's very kind of you to say publicly like that. And it means a lot. Thank you so much. Wow, Melanie's down 109 pounds. 67 of those pounds was while doing Shibboleth. Great job. No, not everybody has. Most people, less than 10% of our people that sign up ever go and earn their fast track badge. It's a very small percentage. And what I akin that to, y'all, what I attach that to is not really the fault of the person. We give people a hard time in class. You have to own it, but it's not really your fault. It's our culture. We're an instant gratification culture in society. We expect instantaneous results with no effort. We see something cheap, we buy it. Shibboleth, unfortunately, is not a cheap program, but it does have a cheap price tag so that everybody can do it. People pay a little bit of money and they never use it. And it's sad. It's really sad. I don't blame the person. I blame the culture, but the person has to own it. You have to own it. If you want to change, you have to own that you're going to have to do just a little bit of work, if you can even call it work. So, very few people earn the fast track. Most people here have earned it. And the reason being is you're the faithful. You're the active members. Most, when I say, because you're probably taught, well, we've all earned it. Most everybody here's earned it. Y'all are, we have tens of thousands of people in the website and generally only around 100 people in class. So maybe I'm just boring. I don't know. Love you too, Linda. Sorry about your dog, Karen. Really sorry. I've got pets myself and can be heartbreaking. I'm so sorry. Anyone else? Any questions? Friday, we want to keep a keen sense of awareness. 1 Corinthians 6:19. Or do you not know that your body is a temple of the Holy Spirit within you, whom you have from God? You are not your own. I want to bring that to your awareness. Psalm 119, 18, 19. Open my eyes. I want you to be aware We're going into the weekend. You've worked hard. Don't blow it this weekend. Open my eyes that I may behold wondrous things out of your law. I am a sojourner on the earth. Hide not your commandments from me. I wanted to bring that to your awareness. Habakkuk 2:14, for the earth will be filled with the knowledge of the glory of the Lord as the waters covered the sea. I want to bring that to your awareness today. You are not your own. You are the Lord's glory. Act like it. Everything in moderation. Happy people, God's happy people, joyous people, living with self-discipline and moderation, not eating enough for 10 people in one sitting anymore. Great job, Cindy. Travis, if you still have that pound of fat, I'd like to see it again. I can show you mine. Let me see if I got it anywhere. I am still living out of boxes, and unfortunately, I don't know where it's at without going on a scavenger hunt. I'll try to remember to find it this weekend. We use that model frequently to show people just how much space 1 pound of fat takes up on the body. Sorry that I don't have it. Still living out of boxes. Jenny, there's a new coffee shop called 7 Brew. They have a sugar-free coffee I enjoy, but they use skim milk. Then it's not sugar-free, friend. Sorry, Jenny. Could I still have a small one for a snack, or will that mess up my EFB? I tried to find the nutrition. We'd have to see the nutrition. If it's got skim milk is nothing but sugar water, my friend. If that's what they're truly using, you're having coffee with sugar. So I would not. Starbucks has an approved latte, a skinny latte. We could look at that nutrition and be wrong about it. I don't know anything about 7 Brew. I'm just saying, if it says sugar-free, but they use skim milk, if they're using regular skim milk, it's not sugar-free. Sad, isn't it? They put sugar in everything. Sugar causes the fat. For our new clients who haven't went through fast track, sugar causes our blood sugar to go up. It's going up, and we will go into a diabetic coma and die if it's not for our internal pharmacy called the pancreas, or medical pharmaceuticals called synthetic insulin. So when our blood sugar goes up, we have to do something, as every diabetic can tell you, or it's over. It's over. You've got to regulate your blood sugar through food combinations or insulin. So your pancreas is going to release insulin, and that's good. It keeps us from dying when we have evil processed sugar. But it comes with a consequence. Now we've got the fat bus in our system, and it's on a seek and capture mission. What is the fat bus seeking to capture, everybody? What is it looking to capture? Fat. And for how long will it trap fat and store it in your boutte? How long? Let me demonstrate. Let me demonstrate in my amazing artistic fashion. So here's what happens. We have sugar. Okay? We have sugar. Boom! Blood sugar goes up. The BS goes up. Now, our pancreas now secretes an equivalent or a necessary load of insulin, the fat bus. Appetite goes up when the fat bus is present. Fat storage takes place when the fat bus is present. Efficient fat burning stops immediately because that is a growth hormone. When insulin comes on the scene, it wipes out, it regulates your blood sugar. Now, immediately it did its job. It is your friend in that capacity. But now it does the following: 2 days. Immediately, insulin starts diminishing some if you don't spike it again. What do most of us do every day with our grazing? We keep high levels of insulin. But if we don't, after a holiday, it starts coming down slowly. But over the next 2 days, as it's coming down slowly, any fat that we ingest that's not MCT fat and is long chain triglycerides is going to get trapped more easily and more efficiently. So what does this tell us, y'all? If we're not following Shibboleth and we don't have perfect days and holidays and efficient fat burning days, our old style of eating, what we did was it's the weekend, right? So what would happen is, boom, our weight would go up, our insulin levels would go up, and then on Saturday, as insulin starts coming down, boom, we hit it up again. On Sunday, we hit it up again. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we're eating just a little bit off. We're not doing everything perfect. We're just messing around a little bit, maybe just a handful of animal crackers. Boom. We're keeping high levels of insulin. We never get them going down here. Did anybody just have an aha moment? Do you understand why it's important to have perfect days and holidays? Let your yays be yay, your nays be nay. I wish that were cold or hot, but thou art lukewarm, therefore I spit thee out of my mouth. Understand? Then we're singing the hee-haw song. Pain, despair, and agony on me. Whoa, deep, dark depression, excessive misery. Whoa, if it weren't for bad luck, I'd have no luck at all. Gloom, despair, and agony on me. You'll be singing that the rest of your life until you understand how to neutralize and control insulin. And I have the solutions. God gave them to me. You don't have to like me, you just have to listen to me. Where, oh, where are you tonight? Why did you leave me on planet Shibboleth all alone? I searched the world over and thought I found true love. You made another diet and you were gone. Just follow Shibboleth. Just follow it. Just do it. There's nothing to it but to do it. More questions. I love it. Do I remember you saying that you drink the juice from dill pickles left in the jar? Please explain that. I do. It's a great electrolyte replacement after a workout. Sometimes I'll sip on some pickle juice. If my electrolytes are really depleted and I don't want to drink a rehydrate, Advocare Rehydrate does have calories in it. Pickle juice does not, and it is full of electrolytes. So after a profuse workout and sweating to avoid cramps later in the day, if I'm trying to lose weight, then I will drink pickle juice. Tiger Days, Lori. Tiger Days just refer to the length of fasting hours, not special foods that have to be eaten. Wrong. Glad you asked. No, that's wrong. A Tiger Day is including a fast and eating from a more selective food list that's in your Tiger library. It's not regular Shibboleth. It's a more restrictive food list. Now, if you eat the foods only from that restrictive list and you include a fast, you'll get better results. That is what constitutes a Tiger Day. Make sense? Oh, of course, I will keep my day job. I know that I'm not a singer. Just because I sing doesn't mean that I think that I can sing. I've never been a good singer, but I like to have fun with it. Better than Buck Owens. Thank you. Too much stevia and fake sugars hinder. Also, protein bars for days, it doesn't. Also, portion control. My body usually does the opposite for me, even though it's to be okay. Also, if I eat the bread, even the approved tortillas, more than once a day, I gain. I'm going to have to jump in there on that. So the bottom line, I'm going to give you the bottom line. I know that everybody has. Let me stop this, okay? Does everybody know what anecdotal evidence is? When I say, like, this person offered up their experience eating tortillas, which would be mine too. If I eat too many, I gain. I stop losing. But that's anecdotal. Do y'all know what anecdotal means? It's based on your personal experience. I just want to be clear, even though I share some of the sentiments expressed. Our personal experience really doesn't matter. There are some biological facts, laws, whatever, that is what matters. As long as in your Shibboleth journey, when you're having perfect days, you do the following. I don't care what foods you eat, you're going to lose weight. Water, journal, food combinations, the right food combinations, portion control, and timing. And especially portion control. If you are eating in a calorie deficit and controlling insulin, you will lose weight. It doesn't matter if you have a tortilla. It doesn't matter if you have a meal replacement bar. It does not matter. If anecdotally you feel that you're including those things and you stop losing fat, you would be wrong. Not the person. I'm just saying, though, what matters is insulin control and calorie deficit. Now, we have to say this in a lot of classes. Just because you have a carbohydrate out of the blue, you haven't had carbs in a while, and then you have a carb or some starch that's in approved bread, and your weight goes up, it does not mean that you're not losing fat. Do I need to explain that, or does everybody get it? You've been in enough classes, not very many new people here. Maybe you don't need an explanation again. You can gain weight, but be losing fat. Anytime that you've not been having carbohydrate and then you add carbohydrate back, you'll get a temporary water retention number showing up on your scales that will quickly fall off. It's not a big deal. If you're following the Shibboleth Shield, you're operating in a calorie deficit and you're controlling insulin with proper food combinations, I don't care what the scales say. That's why we have to be careful about anecdotal evidence, like my personal experience. In fact, it works this way. Let's say that I had nothing but chicken breast and broccoli Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and the scales dropped 5 or 6 pounds. Was all of that fat? Was all of that fat that I lost? No, you can't lose 5 or 6 pounds of fat in only 3 or 4 days. So I lost some fat. I lost water. I lost the weight of glucose. Now, on Thursday, after not having any what I call blue collar meals, let's say Thursday for dinner, I had a portion of, I had an approved meal of boiled shrimp, corn, and a salad. That's approved. The next morning, I might show a little bit of a bump up on the scales because of that corn. I consumed the corn, and the carbohydrate, the starch, latched on the water molecules, pulled it into the muscular cells, and my weight's up a little bit by the weight of water I'm retaining, but I still lost fat. That's why I beg people to put aside that If you just follow the Shibboleth shield, the fat is gone. It's gone. Now, the only time that gets you in trouble is if your perfect days aren't really perfect days. How many of you want to enter confession booth right now and you'll confess to marking a perfect day when it wasn't absolutely perfect? That's the only time that what I'm saying is not right. If you mark a perfect day, because what happens is, let's say that you've had an egg white omelet for breakfast, Wendy's chili for lunch, and chicken and green beans for dinner. And then let's say that hubby popped some popcorn and you had one handful of popcorn, which that would be approved because that's a snack. But let's say that you had just a little bite of a Nestle Crunch bar, just a little bite, and you didn't want to mark it perfect and see the blemish. That's what you did wrong. If you so much as lick the cheese dust off a Dorito, we must call that a holiday. But other than that, if we're marking our days right and we're truly having perfect days, the fat is coming off. It's just not coming off the way you want it to. You want it to come off in pounds a day. Pounds a day. If you watch in the group, you'll often see people say, I'm so discouraged. I only lost 5 pounds last week. I got news for you. You're not going to lose 5 pounds every week. You didn't put it on that fast and you ain't taking it off that fast. Just follow the system. Now, if I have a tortilla after not having one for a while, I'm going to have a little bit of weight gain on the scales. But if I follow the shield, I'm still losing fat. There's more than 8 pounds in a gallon of water. You don't have to retain much fluid to show an increase on the scale when you're only losing ounces of fat a day. But if you're consistent and you stick with it, that fat loss begins to show up. That's why we say that the scales lie to you if you look at them every day. They'll lie about your fat loss or fat gain. They lie a little bit if you look at them only once a week, but they never lie if you look at them over the course of a month. That's when you see the real deal. Make sense, everyone? Eric, one of the Tiger videos or handouts seems to suggest that one can fast and eat in combinations and still have a Tiger day. Is that correct? That is not correct. There is a Tiger food list that constitutes a Tiger day. So we must follow the food list that's provided as part of a Tiger type day. It's a little cleaner food list than the regular Shibboleth food list. To be clear, a Tiger day includes a fast and includes fasting times and includes a food list of cleaner foods. Not all clean foods, but cleaner foods. No problem. Glad that you asked, because a lot of people probably don't know what a Tiger day is. We have a perfect day, and then we have more restrictive days that allow for faster fat loss for our people who want to lose it faster and or eat cleaner. That's what we're doing with those different type days. Some days we feel like a nut, some days we don't. I'm crazy, and I built a program to deal with my schizophrenia. Are there any other schizophrenics here? And I'm not making fun of that at all. I'm genuine about my multiple personality disorder. Y'all see it play out every day. I guess I'm just a genius. I have a new state of mind every day. Some days I feel like I can whip a bear with a switch, and other days I don't. And I have to back down on what I decided, but I always land on some type of Shibboleth perfect day. or holiday. Anybody else? Any other questions? My husband and I are in a race. He needs to get to 240 and I need to get to 140. We're 4 pounds from the goal. I do Shibboleth and he is in and out of Shibboleth. What can I do to get there before him? It's a $100 prize. Red column. If I were you, like if I was doing that and I wanted my $100, here's what I would do. I would do Healthwise hot chocolate and cocoa ringa for breakfast. I would do kettle and fire bone broth for lunch. I would do a right and tight red column meal with no bread for dinner. And I would walk 15 to 20,000 steps a day and I would take his $100. Take it right from him. Just that easy. I wouldn't tell him what I was doing either, so he couldn't duplicate what I was doing. Get it done. You put me in any weight loss competition in America and I'm going to win. I promise you that. Based upon a percentage of body weight lost. I am the master. I feel good. I knew that I would now. It's okay to have fun every once in a while, right? Not take everything so serious. Anybody else? Any other questions? From a percentage of weight loss, you know, if a guy's got a lot of weight on a woman, you have to go by, you should, next time he challenges you, make sure that it's by a percentage of weight lost. Do it that way. That's fair. Whoever loses the greater percentage of beginning weight wins. Lynn, there's 10 million meal plans laying around out there. First of all, I would say use your meal plan generator, because the reason we don't write up a ton of meal plans and give them out, we've done 1 million of them. Nobody does them because it may not be food you like. What I would recommend is using the meal plan generator to generate some meal ideas for yourself, or to get that one-on-one appointment. And then that way you're telling the mentor what foods you like. It doesn't do me any good. I got so tired, exhausted of writing up meal plans that no one ever done. And mainly when I would check back, they were either going to get to it later, or there wasn't enough food on there that they like. Because it's like throwing darts in the dark. That's why we do mentoring. That 15 to 30 minute session, they can base your meal plan upon your likes and give you a proper meal plan. Michelle says, I'm 3 years in, I need to go back to the beginning. Why do you feel that way? Is there something that's confusing you today so that I can help? It's what I'm here to do. Why would you need after 3 years to go back to the beginning? Help me understand. And you may need to, but it may be just something that you're struggling with that we can remedy right here. Any other questions or comments? Your plans are not working. Wow. So, Michelle, can I ask a question? Are you drinking? Are you journaling, Michelle? It's not you. It's not you. It's the program. Let's help you with the program, though. Are you journaling? Could we go and check your journal right now in front of everybody, or would you like to do that one-on-one? One-on-one. So get you a mentor appointment. Are you journaling so that mentor can look at your journal and find out why it's not working? It's okay if you're not. I'm just trying to understand. Okay. Wink, wink. I love you. That was brotherly love. You don't want anybody kissing your rear end, right? Y'all don't want nobody kissing your rear ends. You want me to be a true brother, right? The wounds of a friend are faithful, the kisses of an enemy deceitful. They're having ice cream for us at work today. Guess who is not going to get some? Me, staying perfect. Well, now there are ice cream void replacements. Tell them to get you some of that no sugar added. Did y'all know that 4 ounces of no sugar added ice cream is always allowed as an approved snack? Did you know that? You can always do that when you're in a pickle. I have to do that a lot because when people visit us in St. Augustine, they always want to go to Kilwin's and they eat ice cream, and I'm not supposed to have that ice cream. So I get me 4 ounces of no sugar added, and I have a snack episode. There's rules for everything on planet Shibboleth. We keep our citizens healthy, except for those that leave the planet and stay on Earth for too long. Then you have a problem. You better get back to planet Shibboleth. Oh, Tina's after my heart. Breyers, no sugar added on a hot mighty muffin. I make that a great meal episode. It has to be a meal, but I like to take that double chocolate mighty muffin and I like to put just a tablespoon of no sugar added chocolate chips in it and melt it in there, ooey gooey, and then put me about a 1/4 cup of no sugar added vanilla ice cream, and it's as good as a fudge overboard at Red Lobster. There's nothing I can't have and lose weight on my program. Anyone else? All right, here we go. Karen, I'm not ready for a holiday, but should you wait a while to have a holiday? No, not really. Depends on your goals. You get 6 a month, 72 a year. Do y'all think 72 holidays a year is enough while you're in the weight loss mode? And do you think 144 days a year are enough in maintenance? So you can have them anytime. Now, I play a game with myself. I have what's called a holiday bank. I earn it. Work hard, play hard. So I get 6, but without, like, I don't even get next month, I don't even give myself a new 6. You know how I earn more from my bank? Every 6 perfect days, I get an additional holiday. And I build my bank of holidays that way. So when I go on vacation, I can take a week off. But holidays are there for you. As long as you're able to get back on the program, you're good to go. Laura, how do I deal with this problem? Went out of town and put my journal and stuff in it. When I looked last night, it showed none of my stuff had saved. I don't know. I'm sorry. I guess that's on my end. You got to click save. If you're not clicking save, that's a problem. But if you click save and it didn't, let somebody on the tech team know so they can look at your journal and they can tell if you click the save button or not. And maybe it was just you forgot to do it. But if you did it and it didn't save, I'm very sorry. Please check with our tech team. Where do you find the sugar-free chocolate chips? Any grocery store or Amazon. Can you do half of an approved chocolate protein bar with the Breyers ice cream? I would not. If you do, you need to call it a meal episode, not a snack episode. That would be too much for a snack. Ice cream is a snack, not a meal. So you're really taking a snack and a meal bar and putting it together. You can get away with that, but it's not ideal. It's non-optimal. But you could do it if you're willing to call it one of your 3 meals per day, which is fine for me because I only eat once, 2 times a day anyway. But you got to be careful just adding stuff together. You could do it, not optimal. Can you eat too little and not lose weight? You certainly can after you've gotten rid of your excess and reserve fat. After you've gotten rid of your excess and reserve fat and you get into essential fat, you can go into that term that I hate, that the world calls starvation mode. But if you got a lot of excess fat, no, you can't eat too little. And, this is something that they tell everybody, and it hurts my heart for all of you. No, if you have excess body fat, you cannot eat too little and not lose weight. Doesn't happen. Have y'all ever watched the Survivor TV show? Y'all ever watched the Survivor TV show? Do they eat too little? Do they always lose weight? There's no such thing. Now, I'm not saying that's good for you. If you're not getting in adequate protein, then you'll lose too much muscle. We don't want you to lose too much muscle. But this thing that they talk about, starvation mode, is bullshito. No such thing if you have excess fat. Now, is it possible that if you're getting in too little calories, that you're miserable and have low energy and you actually expend less energy? Yes. And in that way, you will lose less weight. Like, does that make sense, everybody? Like, if you're only getting a few hundred calories in, you're not feeding your muscle, you have no energy whatsoever, now you're going to sit around and expend less energy. Because of that, you will lose less weight, but you won't stop losing weight. If we actually think this stuff through, and that's what we're all here to do together, is to unpack it together. If we think all this stuff through, we realize that we've been fed a large amount of bullshito. When you get rid of all of your excess fat, your body will try to preserve itself, and then it's hard to lose weight. Once you get down to a very low level of fat, only essential fat remaining, then that happens. You stop losing, or you still lose, but it'll be very slow because your body's trying not to die. When your body's eating its own excess fat, it ain't dying, it's thriving. Do we sell kettle and fire bone broth? We do not. We can't really compete with Amazon's pricing on it. April, this week I replaced the bread on my sandwich with a large pickle sliced in half. I love that idea. On my sandwich, I had roughly 2 ounces of turkey and a slice of fat-free cheese. I counted that as a meal, but for the amount of calories, would it technically count as a snack? You could get away with calling it a snack. It depends on how tough you want to be with yourself. I would call it a meal. But technically, you could have called it a snack. It was under 200 calories. But to be tougher on myself, I would call it a meal episode. You're welcome, Lynn. Thank you. Sharon. Sorry, Sharon. Thank you. What stores are selling fat-free cheese? My Kroger and Walmart don't have it. I don't know. In St. Augustine, I can find it at Publix and Walmart. It's different, I guess, in every city. Amanda says Target has it. Hey, Patricia Hurt. Yeah, you don't have to get Kraft fat-free. You can get Laura Lynn fat-free. You can get Kroger brand fat-free. You can get Walmart's got some fat-free. It's all the same stuff. just different label. All comes off the same conveyor belt. Anybody else? Did y'all have fun today? Did you learn anything that can help you today? All hearts and minds clear. Got time for one or two more questions if you have anything. Tell people about Shibboleth. We need you. We love you. Tips to get back on the wagon from falling off. Just do it. And again, I'm not being lazy in saying that. You just have to just do it. And, you know, if I don't have any motivation, I start with my vision board and I start with my vision for my life worksheet. I go through those worksheets for myself 2-3 times a week. I read them when I wake up. I read them before bed. Sometimes I'll look at my vision tracker on my phone before I eat. And then you just have to get momentum. And you won't get momentum until you do something you don't want to do. What you're saying is, I fell off the wagon. I don't want to do this, but I'm back. You just have to do it. How many of you have not wanted to do it, but made yourself do it, and you were glad you did it, and you're back? Nobody wants to get up out of bed in the morning. Nobody wants to go exercise. Nobody wants to eat healthy. None of us. We just have to do it. And then the want to comes back for a while, and then it'll subside again. And part of the keys to success is being able to manufacture your own motivation. This might be the seminal moment of today's lesson for those that have an ear to hear. If you're going to be successful, you have to be able to manufacture your own motivation from scratch. That might be my best quote ever. When it comes to difference makers, nobody here ever sustains motivation forever. You have to be willing to manufacture your own motivation from scratch if you're going to lose weight and keep it off. You can do what I do, or you can come up with some other method. I tell people what I do. Most people don't do it. And it's easy. I fill out my vision for my life worksheet. I put it on my nightstand. I put it on my door. On my phone, I have my vision tracker. If I'm lacking motivation, I click play. I remind myself, spiritually speaking, what my goals are. My flesh is weak. My spirit is willing. Only 2 types of days to follow the shield, when I want to and when I don't want to. I love that quote. Very good one, Patricia. I like that. You're spot on. If you could just get people to work through their don't want to and do it anyway, their life would change for the better. You know, there's another saying that I'll mess up here. An easy life makes for a hard life. A hard life will make for an easy life. Does that make sense? If you do what's a little hard, then you'll have an easy life. Do what's a little bit hard every day for an easy life. If you do what's easy every day, you'll end up with a hard life. Okay, everybody, I enjoyed being with you. Thank you for your questions. Please consider becoming a partner, www.helpshibboleth.com. Thank you, Tammy. Thank you, Joni. We appreciate everybody that's here. Stay alert, stay aware through the weekend. You don't want to bust up your results over a silly weekend, okay? All right, y'all. God bless you. Have a good one.